and welcome to English Boot Camp. I am Major Williams, and I will lead you through what should only be a refresher for you. Let's get started. The most crucial part to any story is that it contains characters that are both interesting and entertaining, such as me. I'm a character! There are two types of characters. The first is the protagonist, otherwise known as the good guy. In the novel Moby Dick, Ishmael would be considered the protagonist. The other kind of character is called the antagonist, otherwise known as the bad guy. Sometimes the antagonist is not a character, but rather the main problem in the story. For example, in The Scarlet Letter, the antagonist is the effort to hide the identity of the male adulterer who is Pearl's father. Sometimes the protagonist can take the form of the antagonist. This leads us to our next important literary element, conflict. Yeah! Thump, thump. Great stories have a conflict. Conflict is the struggle that occurs in a story between multiple characters or even just a single character. For example, if I stole a guy's car and he did not know what to do, that would be a conflict. Who? Mine? 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 Ha ha ha! Other examples of a conflict can be portrayed in 4 different ways. Man versus machine. Oh boy, I get to fly the Hornet. Take that, water. Take that, machine. Can't do nothing against me. I'm in the Hornet. Oh yeah. What? Oh crap. Wrong button. Man versus himself. Boom! Take that, man. I win. I win. 1-0. One more time for good measure. Smoking. And finally, though I do not know how this represents it, man versus society. Yeehaw! The next important element to a piece of literature is the setting. The setting is the time and place that the story is set in. It could be, for example, inside of a futuristic bubble shield. Or driving around in a chopper in the desert. Or maybe even just wandering around aimlessly by yourself. Man, it's hot out here. It could even be in the frozen tundra. The next element is called the point of view. Point of view is this perspective that the story is being told in. The 3 most common perspectives are first person, second person, and third person. I will use myself as an example of how authors utilize these different viewpoints. First person. The day was beautiful, and I thought it was a good day for a run through the creek. I ran up the hill to the top of the mountain and jumped off. Yo! And now, second person. It is a beautiful day, and you deduct that it would be nice to go for a drive. So you head up the creek, drive over some hills, maybe catch some air. And finally, third person. He stepped outside and immediately realized that it was a beautiful day and that he wanted to go for a drive. He was very excited with the anticipation of what the day might bring. final important element of a story is the climax. The climax is the most exciting part of the story that is built up to during the story. For example, when Captain Ahab attacks Moby Dick and the captain resurfaces dead and attached to the whale, that is the climax of the story. Got all that, recruit? Well, in case you didn't, here is a review. Characters. There are two main types of characters, the antagonist and the protagonist. Conflict. Great stories have a conflict in them in which one or more characters struggles to overcome or attain something. Setting. The setting is the time and place that the story is set in. The setting can be in a variety of places such as a desert, tundra, or even a futuristic bubble shield. Point of view. The point of view is the viewpoint in which the story is being told. The three main types of point of view are first person, second person, and third person. And finally, climax. Climax is the most important and exciting part of the story. The whole story leads up to this moment, and the plot peaks at this point and falls shortly afterward. Some stories may or may not have a conclusion, which is yet another literary element, but this story certainly does. Reading is fun, so go do some. Dismissed, recruits.